Welcome back to Space Marine 2, and hello there. I finished this yesterday, the main campaign, and to be honest with you, I just want to give you my verdict on it. Can I just say, I am awestruck with the campaign. Intense warning. Okay. 30th and 9th. Okay, so as long as I'm off of it by the 30th, I'm sure I'll be fine. I think that's the latest update that's going to come out. I'll be back once we get there. Okay. Welcome to my character. I have completed the campaign, and to be honest with you, I loved every single minute of it. I'm not exactly a Warhammer aficionado at all, and you'll most probably look at my character and think heresy. But I thought they looked cool. They're going to give us customizations. Why not use them? But what I'm going to say is, as I said, I'm not really a Warhammer aficionado. Never have been. I don't expect to ever will be. But I completed the campaign. I thought the campaign was excellent. It kept me motivated to continue playing, and everything I did, I was excuse me, just sneezed. But everything I did in the campaign was awesome. What I'll do is I will try and get some audio from this, and I will put in some screenshots I took from the entire playthrough. That's kind of like a final thing on this video. So please watch till the end. But yeah, as I was saying, the campaign was awesome. I think about 20 hours long, I think. There you go. Different campaign areas. Apparently I've completed all of them. The pony apparently found 18 of 30 data slates. I thought I found more of them, actually. Oh, Avrex had 3 places. And Demirium only had 1. So Demirium was just literally a one-time go-to. Yes, you are seeing that right. I did play it on easy difficulty because I didn't know what the hell I was going into. And yes, there are operations which I will be checking out. Not in this video, because I don't want to screw up things. There is a siege mode, normal and hard. Stratagems, I'm not even sure what that means. Battlefield conditions, okay, so it's kind of modifiers for the actual game. So I am thinking about doing streams of this game. Not as of yet. I've literally just played the game. going into Kadaki was... Yeah, that was the first one, wasn't it? Let's go to campaign. Yeah, Kadaku felt really, really good. And one thing about this game that I've actually noticed is it doesn't actually have any problems. I had 0 crashes. None. Zippo. The only thing I couldn't do was counter-attack every time I got attacked. Every time I tried doing that, I ended up being knocked backwards. Excuse me. As I say, Kadaku was the first planet we went to. Enjoyed the hell out of all of it. The terrain. Let's just go back. Progress of the current mission will be lost. I want to go back there so badly, but I don't want to screw up my playthrough. So for now, on what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm just going to be telling you my thoughts on this game. Oh! That door's open. Sector D2. That was not open in my playthrough. What is down here? Oh, this is. Oh my crap! This is huge. Nope. Nope. It's a training area. That's what it is. Now I know what it is. It's a training area. As I was saying, the first planet, Kadaku, was awesome. Very vibrantly green. The Tyranids were a nightmare. And even on easy difficulty, once I got to the mid-game of... I cannot remember the names of the planets. Kadaku was the first one. Avarax. Once I got into Avarax, that's when I started getting battered, even on easy mode. I'd hate to think what the difficulty is going to be on any of the storylines, as I will try and play it through on not easy, but normal. But once I got into Demirium, I was using my health a lot more. Yeah, this was a really, really good game. I don't even know what to say. This is my first ever review of a game. All I can say is it was really, really good. The campaign I felt was flawless. I will have to play through Space Marine 1. And I might even do that for the channel. I might even stream that, to be honest with you, because that's something I really want to do. I really want to stream a lot more. What the hell is that thing? If anybody else can tell me what the hell that thing is, please do, because I'm not up on the Warhammer universe at all. I think I got a book, Fire Mask, by Chris Bunch, The Last Legion, but that's about the only book I've got in the Warhammer universe, so I have no idea what the hell I'm looking at. I know a little bit, the Necrons, the Chaos Marines, they're the alter egos, or the alternate side of the Ultramarines or something. This is how limited I am on this. The Tyranids are basically insect-like, I'm guessing. Titus was, and this is going to be a spoiler, interred for 100 years in the Death Watch. I really don't know what the Death Watch was all about. Apparently they were a punishment, I think. But he was killed about, what, 100, 200 years before on Goriah? About 100 years beforehand or something like that. What is that? I don't remember that being there. So we're just going to walk through the hangar deck. So we got interred or something for failing something, and then he got killed by a big tyrannid. He was then brought back to life. This is what the gist I'm getting. And then he went off with second company. I think it was second company of the Ultramarines, Sons of Guilliman. To be honest, my brain is starting to hurt now. Who are under the command of Lord Calgar. If I get everything right or wrong, please tell me. And the chaplain is an old friend. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to give out a spoiler for that. Whether he's an old friend, I don't know. I'm just taken aback by the awe and the size of everything in this Warhammer universe. Now, I have a whole load of other Warhammer games I'd love to play. What is this? Oh, this has only just opened up. We never could go back here in the campaign. But now that I've played the... Okay. Data slates, what's that? Ordeals... Research Center? Okay, new things. The data slates I was always looking out for. What deals all this? Operations. Photos in photo. Okay, apparently I did that. Extermination. I've done tiers 1 and 2. Okay, so there's ordeals in story? Okay, these are going to give me stuff to research. Okay, whilst we're here, you know. So then they have to destroy the Tyranids, but they get 10 objects during the suborbital drop. Oh, I think I know what that means. There was a space mission where you had to drop onto a planet. I think it was a drop onto Demirium. I mean, that was actually quite fun. Was dropping into Demirium from orbit. So I collected 18 data slates. I thought I collected more. It looks like not. So these are the achievements I'm working on. Interesting. But the size and scope of this game is actually mind-blowing. I know Warhammer stretches back, what, 40, 50 years, something like that? When I was a child, I really didn't really care for Warhammer at all. I heard of it and then kind of just went, I don't really care about it. It wasn't until recently I've actually got the original Dawn of War. I've had that for such a long time. with all its DLC, all the original discs and everything. I recently bought the anniversary edition of that. It's pretty cool. But as I was saying, yeah, sorry, I keep getting indisposed of what the hell's going on. Captain Acheron, I really did love. He was a cool guy, I liked him. I'm running out of things to say because it was that good. The combat was very linear, it was very fire weapon, smack this, smack that. That's the way I think it should have been. As I say, I've the last real Warhammer game I played was Tower Warrior, and if anybody knows that, that was PlayStation 2. And I haven't played that in a long time, but I have bought it on GOG. Or maybe there might be a playthrough of that coming soon to the channel. I have Gladius, Rogue Trader, Space Marine 2, as you well know, Space Marine 1. I haven't got the remastered version of that yet. I need to get that. There's just so many different Warhammer games. What's the other one? I got Battle Sector as well. But as you can see, I've got plenty of them. I got Total War, Warhammer 1, 2 and 3, now that I understand a lot more of what's going on. Excuse me. I still would like to know a little bit more on the lore side of things. Tabletop will never be my kind of thing. I don't like tabletop. But after playing Baldur's Gate 3, I know that's a big point to be talking about. Baldur's Gate 3 really set the bar high for me for this game, and this game has just really kind of just set it even higher. But anything you see here, and if you got any information on this, be greatly appreciated. If you tell me if I get anything wrong, because knowing me, you must say my armor's all wrong. I mean, this is the assault one, so I think it's the assault one. I played around with a bit of my customization yesterday, so I didn't really know what the hell to do. Yep, this is my assault class currently. Yeah, alright, I put the these are all the DLC ones I've got so far that I've unlocked, so I've kind of just put these on, all of them. The ones that I got. If I go edit armor, see, this is what I mean. You start these chapters, haven't unlocked anything else. You got one with helmet, one without. I mean, the customization once we get into this part is ridiculous. But the assault is my favourite one. This has got the only customised one I've actually got on any of them. But what I will be doing in the coming weeks, maybe coming months, I might actually stream the operations and see how far I can get on, if I can complete them. The only problem, as I said, I'm still having is the block and parry, and jumping out of the way of being hit by the actual heavy attacks that the enemies have, because I always seem to still be hit. I think, oh, I've got away from that, and then all of a sudden I get slapped. For the Emperor and the what's this? For the Emperor and the Khan? Khan? Anybody who knows what that is all about, I will appreciate you telling me. And if you think any of my customization really does not need to be together, just tell me. Because I don't know, they just look cool together. I like them. Let's say Imperial Fist. Okay, so that's similar to my chest. But yeah, I really just don't know what to say about this game. It has shown me that Warhammer is bigger than even I even thought it was. I'd love to show you some of the planets. I might even go back in there at some point and actually just show off the planets in their entirety. Back up my save files and then basically go back in there, so they're not all screwed up. But yeah, the size and scope of the game, just beautiful. Focus and Saber have really done this game justice. These are my ending thoughts now. Because right now, I'm reviewing a game I've never done before, so try to bear with me. The scope of this game is a sequel to Space Marine. I think it's pretty good. It's really good. It's a game I will be playing again on a harder difficulty. At some point I might do that. I don't know yet. But other than that, I've ranted on, well, talked on long enough. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. You have any thoughts about the game? What could be better? What you liked about the main campaign? And I will see you in a roundabout way next time, possibly out on the battlefield. For the Emperor.